Egypt Egyptian Arabic pronunciation, officially the Arab Republic of Egypt, is a transcontinental country spanning the northeast corner of Africa and southwest corner of Asia via a land bridge formed by the Sinai Peninsula. Egypt has one of the longest histories of any country, tracing its heritage along the Nile Delta back to the 6th–4th millennia BCE. Considered a cradle of civilization, ancient Egypt saw some of the earliest developments of writing, agriculture, urbanization, organized religion and central government. Egypt is considered to be a regional power in North Africa, the Middle East and the Muslim world, and a middle power worldwide. 18. It is a developing country, ranking 97th on the Human Development Index. It has a diversified economy, which is the third largest in Africa, the 33rd largest economy by nominal GDP, and the 20th largest globally by PPP. Egypt is a founding member of the United Nations, the Non-Aligned Movement, the Arab League, the African Union, Organization of Islamic Cooperation and the World Youth Forum.
Egyptian pyramids. The Egyptian pyramids are ancient masonry structures that were constructed by the ancient Egyptians. Sources cite at least 118 identified Egyptian pyramids. The earliest known Egyptian pyramids are found at Saqqara, northwest of Memphis, although at least one step pyramid-like structure has been found at Saqqara, dating to the First Dynasty, Mastaba 3808, which has been attributed to the reign of Pharaoh Anedjib, with inscriptions, and other archaeological remains of the period, suggesting there may have been others. The most famous Egyptian pyramids are those found at Giza, on the outskirts of Cairo. Several of the Giza pyramids are counted among the largest structures ever built. The Pyramid of Khufu is the largest Egyptian pyramid. It is the only one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world still in existence, despite its being the oldest wonder by about 2,000 years. Alexandria. Alexandria is the second largest city in Egypt, and the largest city on the Mediterranean coast. Founded in circa 331 BC by Alexander the Great, Alexandria grew rapidly and became a major center of Hellenic civilization, eventually replacing Memphis, in present-day Greater Cairo, as Egypt's capital. Alexandria was best known for the Lighthouse of Alexandria, Pharos, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, its great library, the largest in the ancient world, and the necropolis, one of the 7 wonders of the Middle Ages. Alexandria was the intellectual and cultural center of the ancient Mediterranean for much of the Hellenistic Age and late antiquity. It was at one time the largest city in the ancient world before being eventually overtaken by Rome. The city was a major center of early Christianity and was the center of the Patriarchate of Alexandria, which was one of the major centers of Christianity in the Eastern Roman Empire. Mount Sinai. Mount Sinai also known as Jabal Musa is a mountain on the Sinai Peninsula of Egypt. It is possibly the location of the biblical Mount Sinai, the place where, according to the Torah, Bible, and Quran, Moses received the 10 Commandments. It is a 2,285-meter, 7,497 feet, moderately high mountain near the city of St. Catherine in the region known today as the Sinai Peninsula. It is surrounded on all sides by higher peaks in the mountain range of which it is a part. For example, it lies next to Mount Catherine which, at 2,629 meters or 8,625 feet, is the highest peak in Egypt.
Siwa Oasis. Siwa Oasis is an urban oasis in Egypt, between the Qattara Depression and the Great Sand Sea and the Western Desert, 50 kilometers, 30 miles, east of the Libyan border, and 560 kilometers, 348 miles, from the capital. Its fame primarily from its ancient role as the home to an oracle of Ammon, the ruins of which are a popular tourist attraction which gave the oasis its ancient name Oasis of Amun-Ra. A major Egyptian deity Siwa was annexed by Muhammad Ali of Egypt in 1820, but the Egyptian representative in Siwa was assassinated in 1838. At some point, Muhammad al-Sanusi stayed at Siwa for a few months and gathered some followers here. Later, Siwa was a base of the sinaiSharm in their fight against the British from 1915 to 17. Meanwhile, in the spring of 1893, German explorer and photographer Hermann Burchard took photographs of the architecture of the town of Siwa. Now stored at the Ethnological Museum of Berlin. The traditional culture of Siwa shows many unique elements, some reflecting its long-standing links with the isolated oasis life and the fact that the inhabitants are Siwi Berbers. Until a tarmac road was built to the Mediterranean coast in the 1980s, Siwa's only links with the outside world were by arduous camel tracks through the desert. These were used to export dates and olives, bring trade goods, or carry pilgrims on the route which linked the Maghreb to Cairo and hence to Mecca. Hurghada. Hurghada was founded in the early 20th century. For many decades it was a small fishing village, but it has grown into a major Red Sea resort as a result of Egyptian and foreign investment that began in the 1980s. Holiday resorts and hotels provide facilities for windsurfing, kitesurfing, yachting, scuba diving and snorkeling. The city is known for its water sports, nightlife and warm weather. Daytime temperatures are around 30 degrees Celsius, 86 degrees Fahrenheit, most of the year, and during July and August temperatures can reach over 40 degrees Celsius, 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Citation needed. Hurghada is a popular holiday destination for Europeans, especially during the winter, and some spend Christmas and New Year there. Tourist numbers from Russia dropped significantly. Citation needed. After the Metrojet Flight 9268 plane crash in November 2015. Hurghada extends for about 36 kilometers, 22 miles, along the coast, but does not reach far into the surrounding desert. The resort is a destination for Egyptian tourists from Cairo, the Delta and Upper Egypt, as well as package holiday tourists from Europe. Hurghada has a population of 248,000 and is divided into El Ahia and El Helal. The northern part el-Dahshur, downtown, the old town Sakala. The city center El Kawthar. The modern part El Mamsha, village road. A pedestrianized street with a length of over 4 kilometers, 2.5 miles. Here we have reached the end of the video. I hope you like it. Support us now and subscribe to the channel so we can continue our journey around the world. Share this video with your friend with whom you want to travel to these places.